Okay, guys, classes are provided from CECA and the classes are free of the cost. We do not charge anything for the classes, and we run the classes from Monday to Friday and Sunday as well for PTE, and also for IELTS, that is 2 to 4. And the Nati classes are also going on, Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu and Nepalese for these languages. Different slots are available throughout the week and weekend as well. So you can just access the Facebook page of CECA and get the details regarding the links for Zoom classes and the timing also. So these all things I have mentioned here are free of the cost. We do not charge anything for the same, and it's not like there is a limitation on the classes you can attend. You can attend as many as classes you want, and you can ask your queries here. It's a practice session. We do practice the repetitive question of the PT exam. I've also shared the questions which were there in the latest exam, which I get to know from the different student sitting for the exam around the globe, right? And besides that, we do provide the lowest price in overseas health cover, and yes, scholarships are also available, and they can be up to 25% in the university fee, right? And free migration counseling is also there, free education counseling if you want to change any education provider, or you are want to extend your visa, student visa, something like that. So that everything you can discuss with our team members, counselors of the CECA, and they can provide you with the authentic advice, right? And yes, also the Canada migration, the eligibility check is also there. If you want to see if you are eligible to apply for the same, if you want to just look into that option as well, so you can also give a call on this number and you will be assessed for that, and that will be free, right? So let's start with the class today. Yeah, everyone I think is here. So today topic is going to be first repeat sentence, because we just practice the read alouds and describe image from the speaking in the last week, right? So it's going to be now repeat sentence. That is going to second item type in your exam. So when you'll be sitting for the exam, the first item type is read aloud, that we already practiced, and second is going to be repeat sentence. So in this you will hear a sentence. Okay, students are okay. So you will hear a sentence. So what is important? Repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. Always remember this sentence, guys. When you are doing the repeat sentence question part, you have to repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it, right? You should listen to the sentence only once. So it's like whatever sentence is played here, that will be played only once, and you will be receiving more and more marks depending on how many exact word you have spoken from the recording you have heard. There will be 10 to 12 sentences, PT repeat sentence question, right? And together they can contribute substantially to your overall listening and speaking score. Now this is a speaking item type. Definitely the scores are going to the speaking one, but yeah, there is a partial credit for the listening as well, because you are listening, retaining the information with you, and then only you are answering question by speaking it, right? So that's why two skills are getting tested here. There is no negative marking, like if you said something wrong and the word it says something else and you said something else, so there will be negative marking. No, it's not the case here. Remember that when the sentence is finished, right, after that the microphone opens up. When it says recording, when the status box says recording, that means within the 1 second of status change from playing to recording, you have to start your answer. If you are not speaking for 3 seconds, you know that continuously the mic will be turned off for that particular question you are doing, right? So it will make you move to the next question. So that's why it's important that when the status turns to recording and you hear that beep sound, which is an indication that now you are supposed to start speaking, so then you are speaking within 1 second of that. Don't wait longer than that, because after 3 seconds audio will turn automatically, the mic will turn off. You will have 15 seconds. Okay, Okay, you will have 15 seconds to complete your response. So suppose the sentence is 7 words long, 8 word long, so 8 second or 7 second is required to speak that. So overall time will be given to you is 15 seconds to complete your sentence, but doesn't feel like, okay, I am saying the sentence, it's not 15 seconds yet, so you are waiting on the same screen. So whenever you are done with your sentence, suppose you have already said you will have 15 seconds to complete your response, and in just 3 seconds, it's okay. You just click the next question, because you don't have to stay on that particular question. When you are done, click next, right? And moving on, here it is. When you are listening, your focus should be on understanding the meaning of the sentence also. If you understand the theme and the meaning, remembering words become easier. So why we say remember the meaning and the theme of the sentence? Because suppose if you heard a sentence right now that the solar panel is installed on the roof of the house, right? So this is like we get the theme, like it is about the solar panel. It is about being installed, right? And it is about where it is being installed. So this is actually the meaning and the theme of the sentence. So when we listen something, if we try to capture the meaning and theme of it, it becomes more easy to remember the words in the sentence, right? So that's why when you're listening, listen with the intent of understanding the thing, understanding the meaning it is conveying, the theme after that sentence, right? So this will make you remember more words, more exact words from the sentence. So maybe you have the words, so you can just fix the words in the right sequence with your grammatical knowledge as well. So you will be, suppose there will be 8 sentences and you exactly don't know where the particular words are lying around, but you got the meaning and theme and you are just fixing those words with your own grammatical knowledge. Again, it will help you. Suppose out of 8, you still be able to fix 6 words on the exact place as it was there in the recording. Repeat sentence question has partial credit, that I already told you. 3-second rule, I already told you. So when the audio starts, try to remember the sentence, the words in it and meaning conveyed, right? This is all the things I just discussed. So note taking is one thing, and it can be done for the longer sentences, but how can you know the sentence is longer, lengthy, and you have to take notes? For this thing, when you are practicing, so just feel like if it's the case with you that yet that you do not able to remember the long lengthy sentences, so what you can do, because in the exam you never know, now this is going to be lengthy, so only after hearing it you can understand, okay, now this is a lengthy sentence, right? So what is better here, or what is the best to be implemented here? When you listen to a sentence in this particular section of the test, try to take notes. If you want to take notes, try to take notes for every sentence you are hearing, right? So the sentence, they are very quick, sometimes only 3 seconds, sometimes only 5 seconds. So it's like you have to take notes with these strategies. That's like using the simple language, using the abbreviated forms for the words, because you won't be able to write each and everything. And when it comes to the lengthy sentence, suppose, and if it's a short sentence as well, and you feel like, okay, I'm a person who can remember the first part of the sentence more easily as compared to the last part, so always take notes for the last part and try to remember the first part of the sentence as it is in your memory, right? And you can do the vice versa situation as well, like the later part, you can better at retaining at the later part of the sentence, so better you take notes for the initial part of the sentence. So this is like a technique you can follow if you are following the note taking strategy, right? And abbreviation form for the words is like suppose I have to write understanding, right? And if I just indulge myself in writing understanding, so it is like the sentence is over and I just the mic is also up and I'm just writing the word understanding. It can also happen, right? So what is best thing? Just write you and ing. So just it will give you an idea, because as you just
Using the
heard it.
70-page book.
Okay, anybody's mic is up. Can you please turn that off? Priyanka. All right, thank you. So it is good that you are just, I mean, taking the notes and taking the notes in abbreviated forms, right? And some students, they also abbreviate the sentence. Abbreviate the sentence, that means they write every first alphabet of every word they are hearing in the sentence. Like suppose I'm hearing this sentence. Uh, okay, it can occasionally help to take some notes, full stop. So this is the sentence I heard. So some student, they abbreviated, like I for it, C for can, occasionally OC. So it's just like some student, they do write the only first alphabet. But I would say if you are just following this strategy, then try to write at least two words for every two alphabets for every word, right? It, you can simply write it quickly. CA, OC, HE, TO, TA, SO, and NO. So these two words will tell you the possible combination, because sometimes just writing the first alphabet, rather than helping us, it makes us confused, right? Okay, I just wrote in T, now I don't know if it's two or the. I write R, I don't know, it was a remember or it was some other word like just like red, right? So it's like better you write one more alphabet in the sentence. Just take two alphabets if you just want to follow the strategy of abbreviating the sentence. So just try to write the first two alphabets of every word in the sentence, because it will give you a better understanding what word was there and what I have to speak now, right? And some student, there is also one thing that you can simply close your eyes. It actually works for some. You close your eye while you're listening to the sentence, and you can capture more and more information, because that's how you will be only, all your senses will be focused on the audio you are hearing, right? Because you just close your eyes, so visually no senses are on visual things, so it's like all the senses will work on the audio you are hearing too. So for some it also works. You close your eyes while listening to a sentence, and then you can repeat exactly as you just heard it, right? So these are the different things you need to practice with when you are doing the repeat sentence part, right? And yes, visually you can also remember the sentence. Like if I say uh, the garden is clear and the new plants are about to grow, right? So it's like it give you a visual view of what I just said, a garden with few new plants which are just like just about to grow. So it's like that's it, that is what we call visual memory. So it's actually very quick thing with the repeat sentence. So if you can use that visual memory, it is very great. Like you just remember the sentence visually what you heard, and try to use that knowledge as well. So everything I'm just saying here, it's very like it's really quick. It's going to be super quick when we are implementing it. So we have to actually practice all these things in that real test scenario sort of environment. Now again, fluency matter. Fluency is one thing that you need to focus on when you are doing the repeat sentence. So even if you feel like I just missed a word, or I just did a mistake here, like grammatically suppose, or maybe the pronunciation error, right? Or you have just forgotten a word, mispronounced, as I just said. So it's just like, don't repeat, correct yourself, keep on moving, right? Even if you feel you have made a mistake, forgotten a alphabet, or mispronounced alphabet, for instance, just keep moving. So it's like I made 3 mistakes here, but what is more important, that I kept moving. So that's what you have to do. Even you realize the mistake as well, but don't go back, correct yourself, repeat yourself, because that's the way you will be losing more marks, right? As compared to that you maybe missed on the content, or maybe you just mispronounced a word, you will be losing less mark. But if you going back, correcting yourself, or repeating the words you have already said, that this way you will be losing more marks. You will be judged on your pronunciation and fluency. So if you think too much, or if you haven't practiced your vocabulary or English speaking skills beforehand, it will reflect in your pronunciation and fluency. So definitely, if you have not practiced with this item time, it will reflect over there. Sometimes you're not getting the words just because their pronunciation is different, and sometimes you just saying them wrong because you don't know the right pronunciation of that. So it is very important that you should practice with different sort of words here. And tips to follow: focus on the meaning as discussed, right? And don't mimic the speaker. Don't mimic the speaker stands true for the accent of the speaker. Don't try to repeat the accent of the speaker, because what happen if you are, just in case, if you are messing up with that accent, if you don't know actually how to speak or pronounce a word in that accent, so it is like you will be ruining the things for you. So better Keep your accent neutral, but yes, you can mimic the tone and intonation of the speaker. Tone and intonation, maybe the speaker, he started with the high pitch, and then in between he gave a stress to the word written there, like emphasizing, suppose, and at the end he just said in a downward flow, so into he intonated downwards. So you can follow the pitch, the intonation, the word stress, but keep your pronunciation, the accent neutral, natural, as the normal way you speak it. Remember visually, that's what we discussed. And abbreviate the sentence, and how you can do that I told you, like first two letters. I think if you are doing this strategy, then at least write first two letters quickly, and it will help you to reproduce the sentence more accurately. Brush up your vocabulary definitely. So when you are listening to these sentences, try to remember these sentences or the words in which way they are pronounced, and the combination of the sentences, because sometimes you never know, these are same sentences which are going to be repeated in an exam, or maybe the same words which are going to repeated in the exam in the question, right? Get used to listening English audios, because that's the way you will be proficient here in this particular item type. And remember that it is imparting score to the listening as well, so this is also one of the important question. All right, so that is for the repeat sentence. And now give me a second here. I'll be just playing few repeat sentences for you, and you guys are repeating that question to me. That means you are repeating that sentence to me, and as exactly as in the recording. Here it is.
Ma'am, would you be selecting each person to repeat the sentence?
Yeah, because that's more convenient way,
Yeah.
because otherwise, you know that
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'm listening to one person, other person, till that moment he forget the word or sentence itself. I'm just looking into the sentences. Just give me a second. Okay, so here how we will be doing this particular question, that I'm going to play the sentences and you have to repeat the sentence, but we will be doing it turn wise, right? Why? Because just a moment. Because otherwise, if I play a sentence and I just let anyone to answer that, so what happened? The other student, till the time his or her turns comes up, maybe he just forgetting a word or maybe the entire sentence. So that's why we will be doing the questions individual wise, right? So here the first name is Andrew. So are you ready to speak the sentence? And if you're ready, you can turn the mic up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. I'm playing this sentence. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay.
Organic food is grown without applying chemicals and possesses no artificial additives.
Okay. I can play this once more. Maybe if now you can understand everyone here, that if you want to take notes, if you want to remember the sentence visually, if you want to remember the sentence by understanding the meaning, or by the understanding the theme of the sentence, so whatever strategy, or by just closing eyes you want to listen the sentence, so opt that strategy, and keep and then listen the sentence and answer the sentence as exactly as you hear it. So the more words you're speaking from the sentence itself as you heard, the more marks you will be getting, right? So I'm playing this once more. So be ready, whatever strategy technique you are about to follow. Just a minute. Yeah. Now I'm playing it.
Organic food is grown without applying chemicals and possesses no artificial additives.
Answer.
Organic food is grown by without adding processes and artificial. Yeah, that's all I got it.
All right. So it is organic food is grown without applying chemicals and possesses no artificial additives. It is a lengthy one, but it's nice try. So you can count on the words you have said from the sentence when I'm repeating it as an answer, as a real answer, right? And that's what your score is. Okay, next name is Ashmita. Ashmita, you at work or you can?
No, ma'am. Yes, I can.
Okay, so here it is. It's about to begin.
The US ranks 22nd in foreign aid, given as a percentage of GDP.
The US bank with
No?
I just remember. No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm repeating it.
The US ranks 22nd in foreign aid, given as a percentage of GDP.
The US bank 22nd foreign aid given as a GDP.
So guys, the first and the foremost mistake and the most bad thing you can do to yourself is repeating. Yeah, if you're ruining your fluency, so that's the thing that will ruin your score, overall score, right? Okay, next is after Ashmita, it's Harshita. Harshita, you want to give answer? If you want to give answer, turn your mic or the turn goes to Kimberly.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is playing now.
The bookstore is located on the main campus behind the library.
Main campus located at behind the library.
Okay, so the sentence says the bookstore is located on the main campus behind the library. All right. Kimberly.
Yes, ma'am. 1 second. Just hold. Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing it. It's a bit lengthy.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
In consultation with the supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty. I forgot that one word, but yeah.
Okay, it's good. In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
Faculty committee, sorry.
Yeah, but that's good. And try not to fumble while you're speaking.
Yeah.
Meenu, next sentence is for you.
Okay, ma'am.
I didn't agree with the author's argument, but his presentation is good.
I didn't agree with the author is given, but his presentation is good.
Nice try. I didn't agree with the author's agreement or argument. I didn't agree with the author's argument, but his presentation is good. That's the sentence. Okay. After Meenu, it's Priyanka. And if you want to speak, turn mic up or the turn will go to the next person.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. It's playing now.
You should raise your concern with the head of school.
We should consult. Sorry, ma'am. Can you play again?
Yes.
You should raise your concern with the head of school.
You should raise your concern with the head of school.
It is exactly right. Good. But try to get it in first go.
Yeah,
Rajni,
thank you.
yes, Rajneesh, you want to say it? Turn the mic up.
Yep.
All right. So this one I'm playing for you.
Elephant is the largest land-living mammal.
Elephant is the largest mammal.
No, elephant is the largest land-living mammal. But this is good. But smaller sentences have more potential. That means we can try to capture, the exact.
The more data, yeah.
Yes, and we can get the more marks out of that. All right, all good. Soumya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I used to have coffee with milk and 1 sugar.
I used to have coffee with milk and 1 sugar.
That's exactly right. Good, good. Okay, Sunita, it's your turn.
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
It's echoing. Okay, can I play now?
Yes, ma'am.
I think there is a problem with your connectivity, Sunita. Okay, I'll try to play it. Let's see how you get it.
Like tomato and cheese sandwiches on white bread and orange juice.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Are you saying it?
Because of echo, I couldn't get anything.
Yeah, it's echoing. All right, it's okay. Okay, Taran, Jyot. Okay,
ma'am.
so I'm playing this one.
I would like tomato and cheese sandwiches on white bread and orange juice.
I would like in some, ma'am, exactly. I couldn't hear exactly. It's just. Can you
Okay,
play
I'll
again?
play it again.
I would like tomato and cheese sandwiches on white bread and orange juice.
I would like in tomato and cheese sandwiches on white bread with orange juice.
Okay, I would like tomato and cheese sandwiches on white bread and orange juice. All right, Taran. Oh, sorry, Tushar.
Yes.
All right, it's for you.
Unfortunately, the two most interesting economics electives clash on my timetable.
Unfortunately, the two most electives clash on my timetable. I missed some
Right.
of.
All right, but that's good. That's good. That's the way actually to be. I mean, there is a pause which actually you should not take, but yes, it's good. I'll make you hear it once more.
Unfortunately, the two most interesting economics electives clash on my timetable.
Unfortunately, the two most interesting economics elective clash on my timetable.
Exactly right. Unfortunately, the two most interesting economics electives clash on my timetable. Okay, let's revolve around. Okay, it's Andrew's turn now once again. Okay, I'm playing this sentence. Please listen.
Many species have yet to be described by biologists.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that one.
Okay, I'm playing it again.
Yeah.
Many species have yet to be described by biologists.
Still, I didn't get what was the first word,
Many.
Oh, many?
Yeah. Okay, I'll be playing it again once and last time.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Many species have yet to be described by biologists.
Okay, cool. Yeah, many species has yet to be described by biologists.
Yes, that's the sentence, but try to get it in first go. All right. Okay, next, Ashmita.
Yes, ma'am.
Playing.
Establishing and retaining intellectual leadership clearly takes strong management skills.
Playing again.
Establishing and retaining intellectual leadership clearly takes strong management skills.
The establishing and retaining management's goal needs clear skill. No.
No, but
It's
yes,
not done.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kimberly.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm playing this one.
Okay.
Establishing and retaining intellectual leadership clearly takes strong management skills.
Establishing and retaining leadership clearly takes strong management skills.
Okay, so one word.
Yeah,
Establishing and retaining intellectual leadership clearly takes strong management skills.
Intellectual.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. And Ashmita, why I am playing this third time? So when you know in the first go the sentence is ready, try to take notes. Try to do something about it. Try to take notes from maybe for the former part. Try to take notes for the later part. Like which way you feel I can retain more and more words from the sentence. Try to utilize any strategy, right? Because in exam there
Yes,
won't be a
ma'am.
second chance. Here why I'm giving it to you, so that you can plan on like this is what works for me, I'll be opting this one in my exams, right? So that's why it is like that. All right. So Harshita. Okay, Harshita. Sorry. Harshita, this is lengthy one. All right. So maybe you can take notes or something like that, right? Harshita, can you hear me? Come on, guys. If anybody do not want to speak, just tell pass so that we won't waste time. Harshita, this is last call to you. Are you answering this one? Okay, she is not. Okay, next is Meenu.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm playing. This is lengthy, yeah? So maybe take notes or try to whatever strategy you want now.
The interaction of climate change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions.
Climate change, we probably, sorry, ma'am.
Okay, I'm playing again, no worries. But try to do something. Maybe try to take the first two alphabet of every word. Try to write the first part of the sentence and remember the last part, or try to remember the first part and write the last part, right?
Okay.
Now it's playing.
The interaction of climate change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions.
The interaction of climate change will probably.
Yes, yes. All right, no worries, no worries. Okay, so anyone out of you all get this can say this.
Can I try, ma'am?
Climate change and
Okay,
Ma'am, I
yes.
just got it.
Climate change,
Yeah.
abbreviation, condition.
Wait a moment. Who is giving me answer first?
Can I? It's Rajneesh.
Okay, Rajneesh, yes.
International climate change, abbreviation, condition.
All
I
right.
got
Can
only
I
4.
try?
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am,
Okay, Ashmita. Yes.
Yes. The interaction of climate change and soil degradation probably aggravate the condition.
Much better.
Can I try it?
Yes, Kimberly.
The interaction
Can I
of
try,
climate
ma'am?
change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions.
Exactly right, Taran.
Ma'am, can I try? The
Taran.
interaction of climate change in soil degradation. Ma'am, I'm speaking.
Yeah, I get it.
The interaction of climate change in soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions.
Okay, all right. Taran, the problem is you get my voice a second later than I said, right? So
Okay.
yeah, that's the
I
reason.
think, yeah.
All
you need
right,
to-
so the sentence here, guys, listen, and it is actually given right by many of you.
The interaction of climate change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions.
So the interaction of climate change and soil degradation will probably aggravate conditions, right? So this is the sentence. Now you see this is a lengthy one. So I am playing it 4 or 5 times, but it won't be the case in real exam. So just we have to plan on a strategy, a trick, like how I can say more things from this sentence. All right, after Meenu, it's Priyanka.
Yes, ma'am.
It's beginning.
Okay.
Information is being given to readers in a format that looks familiar.
Sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, but try to get it in first go, guys. All right, I'm playing it again.
Information is being given to readers in a format that looks familiar.
Information is given in the format as familiar.
Okay, so whatever words you want to say, Priyanka, you must say them fluently, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else?
Information is given to readers that looks familiar.
yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Information given
Yeah,
to
Tushar, I
reader
guess.
format that's look familiar.
Okay. You have to say it again, Rajneesh. I didn't get you.
Yeah, like there are
Information
three kind
given
of
to reader
bins
format that's
for
look
different
familiar.
kind of waste.
Is it right?
Yeah, red bin, yellow bin, and green bin.
I think other one is speaking as well.
I don't know who is speaking actually. It's Priyanka. It's your background noise, I guess. All right.
Yeah, sorry, ma'am.
All right. Okay, it says information is being given to readers in a format that looks familiar. Information is being given to readers in a format that looks familiar. Okay. The next turn is Rajneesh.
Yes.
Here it is.
Very little of the work today's knowledge firm is repetitive mechanical.
Very little repetitive chemical. I didn't get.
But better you said whatever you have heard. Guys, it's like maybe I'm listening to her, but keep practicing, keeping my mic off, that whether you get the sentence in first go or not, because this is how you will be practicing with many. Okay, I'm playing it once more.
Very little of the work today's knowledge firm is repetitive mechanical.
Very little of word, knowledge, repetitive, mechanical, chemical.
All right, this has many words, but yes, few still missing. Anybody else?
Very little of work acknowledged of repetitive mechanical.
Okay, bit wrong. Anybody else? All right. So it is very little of the work today's knowledge firm. Very little of the work today's knowledge firm is repetitive mechanical. Bit not so fluent or sort of sentence. Okay, the next is. Oh, sorry, it's not playing. Next is Soumya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give focus, stay focused.
The recent technological advances have not only been big, they have also been fast.
The recent technological advancement has not only been big, they also been fast.
What do you think about it?
It's not so correct for the everyone.
But it is correct. Like there are very few mistakes. Okay, it says, anyone give it a try, wanna give it a try, you can say that.
The recent technological advances have not only been big, they have also been fast.
Yes.
The recent technological advantage has not only been big, that also has been fast.
Can I try?
Mm-hmm.
The recent technological advances have not only been big, they've been fast.
The recent technological advances have not only been big, they have also been fast. Also been fast. And Soumya, this was a nice try. You were very close, just few words.
Okay.
All right, good one. Okay, next is Sunita. Let's first turn the mic. Let's see how the voice is now.
Yes, ma'am. No, it couldn't be. Maybe because of echo.
All right, do one thing.
My
Leave
mic
the
is
session.
reading
No,
that
no,
one.
leave the session and join it again. I think it will work for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay, Tarun, it's your turn.
Okay, ma'am.
It's beginning.
I must see him before he flies out to London for about a week.
I must say before you apply for a London before a week.
Okay, it is not much correct. I must see him before he flies out to London for about a week. I must see him before he flies out to London for about a week. Okay. Tushar.
Yes, ma'am.
The verdict depends on which side was more convincing to the jury.
The verdict depends on which side was more convincing to the jury.
Exactly correct. But yeah, there should not be fumbling, right? So the verdict depends on which side was more convincing to the jury. Let's start from the last name to the first name. Okay, it will start from the Tushar only. So next one is for you as well.
Yes,
Please carefully study the framework and complete the survey.
Please carefully study the framework and complete the survey.
Yes, this is right. And the Taran, it's for you.
If you want to sell your book, it must have a list of bibliography.
If you want to sell your books, it must have a list of bibliography.
Yes, if you want to sell your book, it must have a list of bibliography. Try not to fumble, Taran. Sunita, can you please turn the mic up?
Yes, ma'am.
It's better. Very nice. Okay, this one is for you.
You must ensure you do not include too much irrelevant information.
Ma'am, I didn't get anything. Like the sound is really very low.
Okay, okay. Maybe turn the volume up of the device you are using and try to, you just come near to the device as well. All right, I'm playing this one again.
You must ensure you do not include too much irrelevant information.
You must ensure you do not use too much of relevant information.
All right, be much better, but yes, this is not exact, but yeah, very near. You must ensure you do not include too much irrelevant information.
Oh,
All
is
right?
that was irrelevant. I said relevant, sorry.
Yes, but
I
that's
didn't hear
okay.
it.
That's okay because I guess the volume is the issue with you. All
Yeah.
right, no worries. Soumya?
Yes, ma'am.
We would like to videotape the lecture.
I can't hear it, ma'am.
Is this the case with many?
No, ma'am.
I can. It's
I
very, very
can.
Okay, Soumya, I'm playing it again.
Yeah.
We would like to videotape the lecture.
We would like to videotape the lecture.
We would like to videotape the lecture. Very good. Okay, Rajneesh, it's your turn. Yes.
Put the knife and fork next to the spoon near the edge of the table.
Put the knife and the fork near the spin edge of the table.
Can you please speak faster? Rajneesh, your volume is too low. That's why I'm sounding the same. Okay, I'm playing this again, Rajneesh.
Put the knife and fork next to the spoon near the edge of the table.
All right. Her mic is not turning up. Maybe she's away. Priyanka, next one is for you.
Yes, ma'am.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
Consultation with your supervisor are approved by the faculty of your... Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, listen again.
Yeah.
In consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
Consultation with your supervisor, your... Sorry, what was approved by the faculty?
All right.
I missed one word.
Yeah, in consultation with your supervisor, your thesis is approved by the faculty committee.
Yeah.
All right, not bad. Next is Meenu. Yeah, it's Meenu.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here it is.
Number the beakers and put them away until tomorrow.
Sorry, ma'am, please.
Okay, I'm playing again, no worries.
Number the beakers and put them away until tomorrow.
Put them away to tomorrow. Just.
Okay.
Can I try the same sentence? Number the beakers and put them away till tomorrow.
Yes, this is right. Number the beakers and put them away until tomorrow. Sorry.
Until tomorrow.
Okay, no worries. It's Harshita. It's your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure to register before the deadline.
Please make sure you register. Please, will you please play it again?
Please make sure to register before the deadline.
Please make sure you register before the deadline.
Please make sure to register before the deadline. All right. After Harshita, Kimberly, it's your turn.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You can change registration on the university website.
You can change registration on the university website.
It is right. Next is for Ashmita.
If it helps you to concentrate, take notes, please do it.
Is it helps to take notes? Can I repeat, ma'am?
No, I won't. Ashmita, you have to get it in first go. This is the last time I'm repeating it for you.
If it helps you to concentrate, take notes, please do it.
It helps to concentrate to take notes. It helps.
If it helps you to concentrate, take notes, please do it. Right? If it helps you to concentrate, take notes, please do it. Let's hear.
If it helps you to concentrate, take notes, please do it.
Okay, Andrew.
The small Indian lands of farms and snow.
The small Indian lands of farms and
Snow. The
snow.
small Indian lands of farms and snow.
Okay, farms and snow.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so one more round and then moving to the next item. So this is the last round of the sentences, and I think, okay, yeah, I got you, Rajneesh. I just get it, like this is maybe the case. It's okay. All right, so I'll be playing this once again. Everyone, one sentence, and I won't be repeating the sentence. So you have to pay full concentration. I'll be playing the sentence once only. So Andrew, it's your turn first.
All English months' names start with a capital letter.
All English month's name starts with a capital letter.
All right, that's good. Ashmita, playing only once.
There will be a conference here next summer on using a web for academic research.
There will be a conference here after the next summer.
Okay, Andrew, you want to say the sentence? Okay, so this is not, yeah.
I'm no sorry, I missed it.
It is, okay, there will be a conference here. Okay, guys, when I'm playing it for the other person, try to get the sentence, try to remember that, because as I told you, never know, this is going to be repetitive in your real exam as well. So whenever I say somebody just randomly, so try to answer it, right? So here it is, there will be a conference here next summer on using a web for academic research. All right, so next is for Harshita.
Yes, ma'am.
Sport is the cause of traumatic brain injury in the United States.
Whatever you get.
Ma'am, will you please play it again?
I told you I won't be playing it twice. Okay, I'm playing it, but
Can I try?
no, let her try, Harshita.
Okay.
Okay, Harshita, listen it again and say it.
Sport is the cause of traumatic brain injury in the United States.
Ma'am, voice is not coming clearly, that's why.
Okay, it's okay, Kimberly, yeah, say.
Sport is the cause of traumatic brain injury in the United States.
All right, yes, it says, Harshita, sport is the cause of traumatic brain injury in the United States. All right, no worries, it's okay. Do you want to say it, Harshita? Sport is the cause of traumatic brain injury in the United States. Say yes or no. Okay, let's move on. It's Kimberly.
Provide personal PowerPoint for your lecture.
Provide personal PowerPoint for your lecture.
All right, next, Meenu.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
author expressed the idea that modern readers invariably cannot accept.
The author expressed the ideas that. Sorry.
Okay, so you got the first part. Remember that the more words you will be saying from the sentence, the more marks you will be getting, right? So if you just maybe remember the last word only, that will give you 1 mark. So don't forget to say whatever you remember just because you missed few words from in between, right? The author expressed the idea that modern readers invariably cannot accept. So maybe you remember cannot except from the last, try to add that to the sentence, right? So more words, so more marks. All right, next is
Sorry, one more question to ask. How many, I mean, if there is a sentence which contains like 7 words, so do you get 1 mark for each sentence? Sorry, each
each
word.
word, yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is having a partial credit, so you cannot exactly know what is the marking criteria here. But yes, we account 1 mark for 1 word, so it again got the partial credit. So maybe 50% goes to the listening, 50 remains to the speaking. So maybe it works like that, the algorithm. But this is the basic thing, like 1 word, 1 mark. All right. Next is who is next? After me, it's Priyanka.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is playing for you.
Sir,
All the assignments should
so
be
first
submitted by the end
assignment
of
is
next
this
week.
one, the 14 question we just
Ma'am,
did.
There's a
can you
disturbance, ma'am. We can't hear the
Oh,
sentence.
I know. I mean, it's okay. It's somebody's behind her.
Okay, so
Okay,
Yeah.
now we
Priyanka, this
do
is
these
playing.
14
I'm
questions
playing this
in the
once
word.
again.
Okay.
All the assignments should be submitted by the end of next week.
The assignment should be submitted by the end of the week.
Okay, it says all the assignments should be submitted by the end of next week.
Yeah.
All right, no worries. Okay, then after you, Soumya.
Yes, ma'am.
Meeting with mentors can be scheduled for students who need additional help.
Speaking with mentors gives additional help to the mentors.
Okay. Meeting with mentors can be scheduled for students who need additional help.
Okay.
Meeting with mentors can be scheduled for students who need additional help.
All right, so the words you get, that's the score. Okay, who's next after you? Taran.
We're constantly looking for ways to bring agriculture and industry close together.
We're constantly looking for ways to bring industry and agriculture closer together.
Okay, it says agriculture and industry, but you said industry and agriculture, no worries. We are constantly looking for ways to bring agriculture and industry close together. Very good, Taran. Okay, Tushar.
Yes.
During that period, the heavy industry grew rapidly in the north of the country.
During that period, the heavy industry grew rapidly in the north of the country.
Yes, that's right. During that period, heavy industry grew rapidly in the north of the country. All right, so you can now better decide where you are, if this is the item type we are doing right today, the repeat sentence. So the words you get, I mean, it's not that the turns. Okay, Sunita, you left there?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't saw you. I thought you're not there. Okay, I'm playing this for you.
Research has found that there is no correlation between diet and intelligence.
Research has found that there is no any correlation between, and I didn't get the other.
All right. It says research has found that there is no correlation between diet and intelligence.
Ma'am, in that case, one of my friend has said that like if we didn't get that, we can say research has found and something we can tell like that to put the word something.
To put the word something?
Yeah, if I
See,
didn't.
there is no negative marking, so it won't affect your score, but better you say what words were there in the recording. So better you miss that space. Maybe I don't get correlation, so I'll be saying it. The research has found that there is no between diet and intelligence.
Okay, sure.
Right? So rather than adding a word, it is better to just skip that space where you actually miss the word and just say the remaining part, because you're getting mark whatever words are there in the sentence. So you won't be getting any marks for the sentence you are saying and they are not in one, and maybe it can exceed your time or something. So it's better to skip them and say whatever you know from the sentence. Yes,
Ma'am,
Kimberly, you have a question out there.
ma'am, suppose I don't get diet, so I get correlation, something, and intelligence. I don't get the diet word.
So
And I,
correlation between an intelligence.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, whatever word it is, just skip that. Say whatever you remember from the sentence itself. So
Okay.
because you understand that sentence exactly as you hear it. right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the repeat sentence. The next item type we're gonna practice today from the speaking itself. Describe image we did on Friday. Today now we will be doing the retell lecture. Here it is. So the retell lecture, like this is an item type. This is going to be the fourth item type in the speaking. And this is where you have to retell whatever you have heard in the lecture in your, say, own words, right? So the audio, definitely it will begin automatically, you know that. After the audio finish, after you are done hearing the lecture, you will be given 10 seconds to prepare the lecture, right? So the recording status box display a countdown until the microphone opens, right? So that means there will be a status box, you know that. So status will say playing till the time it's the audio which is playing and you are taking notes meanwhile. And when it is a preparation time, it will be saying beginning in 10 second, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then status will change to recording. So when it changes to recording, there will be a beep sound played. Sometimes we ignore or miss the beep sound. So remember that whenever it says recording, that means within 1 second of that, you have to start speaking, because if you are not speaking for 3 seconds, mic will automatically turn off, right? So these are the technical things about this. And here we go. Sometimes the lecture, they do have an image with them, right? And sometimes they do have a video with them as well, right? And sometimes there are lectures, they just say these status boxes and that's it. No video, no images, right? So if you got an image in the retell lecture, or sometime you get a video, some students even get the videos here. So that means it's going to be really helpful to you, but provided that it's not that you're skip taking notes, because note taking are really important for this item type. Otherwise you won't be able to answer this question as efficiently as it need to be, right? And if it has an image, the screen will look like this. If it is not having any image, any video or any sort of picture with it, so the so the screen will be just having these two boxes, that's it, right? So you have 3 seconds before you listen to the recording to quickly look at the image on the screen. So when the recording will start, here it will say status beginning in 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and then the recording will start playing. Until the time those 3 seconds, maybe you can look around the image. So it will give you an idea if it is having an image or video, right? So use the time to think about the vocabulary you might hear if it's having an image, and if there is no image, then maybe you cannot do anything. You can just simply wait for the audio to be played, right? And then here it is. Listen to the lecture carefully, definitely. Identify the key points. Don't try to write down the whole lecture. So you won't be even able to write the whole lecture. What is important here, that you are taking the keynotes. Suppose the lecture is about boredom. This is a student sitting in a class and she's quite bored from the lecture or from the studies going on. So this is the lecture related to the boredom. So boredom is the topic, and whatever the keynotes they have associated with the boredom, like the reasons of that, possible solution of that, benefits of that, drawbacks of that. So those are the keynotes, right? So we have to identify the keynotes and take the notes for them. Just in case, guys, you not able to actually find out what are the keynotes, don't try to stop writing and feel like, okay, I'm not getting any keynote, so I'll be waiting till the keynote come, right? So write whatever you can write in the moment, right? Because you never know, you are missing the keynotes because you're not actually realizing those are the key informations. So just because of that, maybe you just keeping the sheet blank, the erasable notepad blank, without taking any notes. So it's better to write whatever piece of information you can feel, okay, this sounds important. Try to quickly write that, right? Use abbreviation and sign language. So that's what I told you, abbreviation. If I have to write careful, I'll be writing CA and UL, CA hyphen UL. So this will tell me it is careful, right? So you have to develop the abbreviations form for yourself. For every word whenever you are practicing this item type, the words you are writing, try to write them in an abbreviated form. This is how you will develop the abbreviation strategy for the note taking, which actually make you take more notes from the lecture, which actually make you write more words, phrases from the lecture. So it's important that while practicing you should develop some abbreviations for yourself. But remember that whatever abbreviation you are developing for yourself, you at least knowing them. Okay, this is the abbreviation for me, right? Sign language is like up and downs, right and left, right, increase, decrease, positive, negative. So all these words you can quote up with the signs and make a flow chart. Like this is the example of the note taking. And be careful with the tenses. I got a template for you, so that will take care of the tenses. But whatever information you are adding up, you have to be sure that the information you are adding, that's in the right, correct grammatical format. Speak for more than 35 seconds. So you got 40 seconds to reply. So target time is 35 seconds. And 36 time, by 36 seconds, your answer should be finished, right? This is how you are taking notes in a flowchart way, so that you are not ruining the sequence of the event, and also it is eligible to read perfectly while giving an answer. So there is no like I'm just reading this and after that I just lost around what is the next piece of information. So better take notes in a flowchart way always. The two strategy you are doing together in this section is listening the audio at the same time and taking the notes on the erasable notepad at the same time. This is going to be your template for this item time. In the given lecture, speaker was discussing about, in the beginning, he said that she, depending on male, female, he mentioned that, she further highlighted that, she also said that, finally it can be concluded that the lecture provided crucial information about whatever the topic is. So it's like you have to at least take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of information, key phrases, key notes, so that you can fix those in given template and say your answer in 36 seconds exactly. Try to understand the question type and build the technique. Include the key points which will increase your score of the content, right? And just in case, as I told you, you are messing up with the keynotes, you don't know these are the key points and you're taking the additional information as key point, it's clearly fine. More important, now whatever you have taken as note, how clearly, fluently, with a good pronunciation you are speaking it. You're not correcting, repeating. So this keeps true, and this take it as true for the entire speaking, that you are not repeating, correcting, fumbling, hesitating, taking unnecessary pause for the speaking, right? So yes, improve pronunciation. If you are definitely not saying the words with the right pronunciation, it will make you lose marks. So important that whatever word you are pronouncing, they should be pronounced in a good format. And oral fluency is the key factor. So as I told you, what not to do to maintain the oral fluency scores high. And this is the master key to the speaking. If you can maintain your oral fluency throughout the speaking exam, no one can stop you for taking even 80 plus as well very easily, right? Speak at a normal pace. You don't have to speak too fast, too slow. So normal pace of the speaking is required here. So avoid repetition of any word. So once you said a word, I mean any key point from the lecture, don't add that after in next sentence, because repetition is accountable in this item type, right? Note down the keynotes while audio is playing, we know that, and prepare the technique using the template. Here is the template, right? And right now I'll be playing few lectures and you guys will be taking notes and then giving your answer. Okay, just let me play one audio for you. It's going to be sample audio sort of. Okay, just a moment. All right. So be prepared to take notes with the notebooks, pen, pencils, and by your side. Okay, this is an sample way I'm playing to you.
I suppose that it has always been the case for the majority of us that the first test of a work of art, or literature, or music is how much pleasure it gives us, and we don't want to bother with analysing why or how it has had such an emotional impact on us. It's always good to know what your pleasures are in the positive sense, and not as easy as some people think. as opposed to only really knowing what you don't like and complaining about it, though presumably there's some kind of pleasure to be had from that too. But now that you've chosen to take a course on the novel, I'm afraid that evaluating literature on the basis of how you feel about a book won't count as an intelligent, critical response to the work being studied. It is, however, useful to remind yourselves from time to time that we all fall for trash every now and again. For instance, you might actually enjoy listening to a catchy pop song, but you'd find it hard to explain in critical terms that it is good or better than something else just because it is enjoyable. So you're here to sharpen up your critical knives, as it were, among other things, of course.
This is how the lecture will be in the exam, right? And while you are listening to the lecture, this is 1 minute and 10 seconds. This lecture is for 1 minute and 10 seconds. So when you are listening this lecture, what you will be supposed to do, you will be taking notes. Now you can imagine how it's going to be. So the next lecture, I'm playing it now, and it will be actually a question for you. Let's see how well you are in taking notes and noting down the key information, and then fix that information in the template in front of you right now, and try to give your answer in 36 seconds. Now remember that time is also one key here. If you are speaking for more than 40 seconds, what will happen? It will also affect your fluency score. So that's why we have a range of the time that we are speaking for 36 seconds, and that's it. And even we cannot speak less than 35 seconds, because if I'm a candidate of 8 band, I want 79 plus in my speaking. So I must speak, whenever it is a 40-second question, I must speak for 35 second plus. That's how I will be scoring more towards my goal. So that's why it's necessary that I'm speaking more than 35 seconds. But yes, after that, I should be instantly finishing it off at 36-37 seconds, so that I won't affect my fluency by extending it to more than 40 seconds. So are you ready? Should I play the lecture now? Okay, should I play it now? Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right. Okay, so be ready to take notes now. I'm playing it. Okay, this will start after 3 seconds. So it's 3, yeah, 1, and now it will play.
Today, I want to look at some research that has been done into what motivates people, and particularly on what is called the mindset, or more simply, the mental attitude that highly motivated people have. And, of course, the attitude of those who aren't so motivated, or who lose their motivation. Now, it's obvious that motivation is crucial to performance, but that doesn't tell us where it comes from. Why is it that some people work hard and do well, while others can work just as hard and don't? Why some are committed to what they're doing and others aren't? Finding answers to this question would be extremely useful to educators, as well as in other areas of life. Businesses, for example, have long believed that financial incentives, bonuses, perks, pay rises, are the great motivators. And to an extent, they can make a difference. But what we are calling the mindset is more important. What has made it difficult to find out what the causes of motivation are is that motivation and the capacity for hard work can be mistaken for talent, thinking it's a gift. Either you've got it or you haven't. People who believe this have a fixed mindset and are not only going to perform less well than they could, but it's also an attitude that will affect their whole outlook on life. Some say that if talent is something people are born with and you're unlucky enough not to have any, then there's not much point in putting in all that extra effort for no real reward. However, research has shown that if you put in the hours, practice brings the same level of achievement as talent. It's a question of changing this fixed attitude and adopting a growth attitude, which includes seeing mistakes and failures as opportunities to improve.
Okay, so that was the lecture. It was for 1 minute and 49 seconds, approximately 2 minutes. So you might have taken notes. So I'll be giving you 10 seconds now, and whosoever is ready after that can start giving your answer. Okay, Kimberly, you ready?
Yes. Should I try?
Okay, let me go to the timer. All right, I want to see. It's going to be 35-second class and in 36-37 seconds.
In the given lecture, the lecturer was speaking about what motivates people and the difference between motivation and mindset, and how highly motivated people perform in work. He also said that businesses believe that financial incentives, perks, and bonuses are factors that motivate people. And he also spoke about the difference between talent and motivation. He said that talent was considered inborn, but if you practice, you get motivate, you can accomplish a particular task, and that mindset is the main important thing that needs to be changed. The fixed mindset needs to be changed into a growth mindset in order for people to succeed. Finally, the lecture was very informative to me. Sorry,
It's 46:32.
I think I messed up in many places or something.
Yes, this is because I told you guys, whenever you are selecting the sentences by yourself, so what happened basically, because you only able to take notes, right? You only able to take notes, you are not able to actually write the sentences on the sheet. That's very true, because that's not the time when we can write sentences. We can only write the key phrases, key notes, key words, that sort of information. So when actually while speaking, we are just try to frame the sentence by ourselves as well. It actually take times, and sometimes, you know, that pause, that fumble happen just because we are thinking what to say here, what, how to start the sentence here. So why not to take the ready to use sort of template here? So better you're just using it and you're not fumbling at all. It will tell you like, okay, in the beginning, so it is like quite common to the sentences you are saying, and also it will add the vocabulary to your lecture, you know, a sequence, a logical format, you know, the things happening, mentioning, further highlighting, also adding, so connectors are used. So take use of template, right? Because it won't be making your score lesser, but definitely it will help you not to fumble, not to think and have that umming sound. Okay, how to start this one and add information in the sentence. Starters you have them, adding information is then no big deal, right? And the timing is more, so you have to concentrate on the timing here. 36 seconds, so 10 seconds are more here, right? Okay, so the next person, please.
Can I try, ma'am?
Yes, Ashmita. Ashmita, can you set a timer for you?
Oh, okay, ma'am. Just a
30,
second.
yeah, 36 seconds.
Yeah. Can I go, ma'am?
Yeah.
In the given lecture, speaker was discussing about the research how to motivate the people and the mindset and the mental attitude of highly motivated people have. And he mentioned about the hard work and the
What happened, Ashmita? You always sing down. Start again.
Yes, ma'am.
Start again. Be confident. First thing first, be very confident when you're giving your answer in this speaking, because that's the one thing which will keep you moving, right? Even you make a mistake, don't lose that confidence, because losing that equals to completely gone off, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'll
So
start
whenever
again.
maybe you made a mistake, just don't worry, ignore it and move on. It's okay. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Start again.
In the given lecture, speaker was discussing about the research of how to motivate the people. In the beginning, he said that the mindset and mental attitude of highly motivated people have. He mentioned about the final incentives pay raises, and the bonus are the key factors to motivate the people. And he further highlighted about the causes of the motivations like the hard work and the talent is mistaken by the many people. He also said about the practice is the most, and the people takes the failures as the opportunity. Finally, it can be concluded that the lecture provides the crucial informations about the research to motivate people.
Okay, what's the time here?
It's ma'am 39
seconds.
seconds.
And you
Yes.
still, I mean, it's good, but you still repeated few words like failure, right? And then you took pauses as well. You guys have notes in front of you. I don't know why you are taking pauses, because that's not how you can build towards a more better score. Maybe your target is 79, but you never know if you can maintain fluency, pronunciation is good, content you're taking care of. You even get 90 here in the speaking, because this is actually how the speaking scores can be, right? All right, but not to worry much. You have to practice in the speaking. Whosoever is fumbling or taking pauses, remember that you guys have to go with the practice session and the speaking to avoid these things, because this is the necessity of the speaking module to score higher. Okay, who is next with the same lecture? Kindly be quick with your responses, please. Soumya, Tushar, Priyanka, Meenu, Andrew, anyone out of you is ready? Okay, Soumya. So make the count of your time. I'm looking into the keynotes you say, speaking or not, right?
Okay. In the given lecture, speaker was, I'm sorry, I'll start again.
No worries, okay.
In the given lecture, speaker was discussing about the research which motivates people, their mindset and mental attitude of highly motivated people have. In the beginning, he said that the crucial for performance is the motivation. He also mentioned about some people work harder and others do not. He further highlighted about the business financial incentives, pay rises are the ones which motivates people in their job. He also said that mindset is important. Capacity of hard work is tend to be considered as talent. Finally, it can be concluded that the lecture provide crucial information about the. I'm sorry.
No, I understand that's the timer you set up for yourself. So this is actually you have to set while you are answering the question when you are time bound, because this will tell you, okay, if I have to speak this only. Okay, I'll make you hear the answer to this one. The subject is motivation and success here, right? Motivation and success, and how understanding of what IT is with benefit both business and education. And then incentives are not the onset, because IT is a mental attitude that involves being prepared to work hard and will learn from mistakes. Or is IT a question of talent, since those who are gifted also need to put in the hours to develop that talent? In fact, hard work can outdo talent, right? That is the main keynotes in the lecture. And this is how it just moved on. Okay, let's hear one more lecture here and see if you get the keynotes in that or not. This is not too lengthy. Okay, it will start now.
We appear to take it as a rule or as a law of nature that each species is adapted to the climate of its own home. For example, species from the Arctic or even a temperate region could not survive in a tropical climate, nor could a tropical species last long if it found itself at the South Pole. But it is true to say there's too much emphasis placed on the degree of adaptation of species to the climates where they live. We assume that this adaptation, if all species are descended from a single form, must have taken place over millions of years. Yet a large number of plants and animals brought from different countries remain perfectly healthy in their new home. Also, there are several examples of animal species that have extended their range within historical times from warmer to cooler latitudes and the other way round. Rats and mice provide good examples. They have been transported by man to many parts of the world and now have a far wider range than any other rodent, and they can be found living in the cold climate of the Faroe Islands to the north, through the tropical zones to the Falklands in the south. It is possible to see adaptation to any climate as a quality that is part of an inborn flexibility of the physical and mental constitution of most animals. Therefore, the ability to survive in the most different climates by both man and his domestic animals, and the fact that elephants once existed in an ice age while living species live in tropical areas, should not be seen as deviations from the rule, but as examples of this flexibility being brought into action under particular circumstances.
Okay, that was the lecture. Okay, so your answers, please. Okay, anybody ready with the answer here?
Can I just try maybe?
Yes, yes.
I'll just put my timer on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just start. The lecture
Okay.
was speaking about the rule of nature. In the beginning, she spoke that species mainly adapt to their climatic conditions. She also mentioned that too much emphasis is actually placed on the climatic conditions that affects the species. However, there are some animals that have adapted and are very flexible and that have adapted to different climatic conditions. For example, elephants were a part of the ice age, but they are also very real in today's world. And even rodents have been transported to different parts of the world and have been able to adapt. So in conclusion, the lecture was very informative to me. I think I went over time.
What is the timer?
42.
42. All right. So it's like you actually got the keynotes. All the keynotes are there in your answer. But it's just that you need to finish early, right?
Yeah.
You will be crossing the time limit. You are actually again losing the mark influences. So better you just take care of it that I must not cross 36 seconds.
36 seconds.
Okay, next Ashmita or anybody else?
Yes, ma'am, I'll go.
Okay.
In the given lecture, the speaker was discussing about the law of nature. In the beginning, she said about its species have the different living in the temperate and the tropical regions, and she mentioned about the species cannot survive, and there are some degree of the adaptation. She further highlighted about the nature of the adaptations and the millions of the years for the adaptations. She also said about the many examples like the rats and the mice, which are flexible to the adaptations and their inborn flexibility. Finally, it can be concluded that the lecture provided crucial information about the adaptation.
Okay, what's the time for you?
Yes, ma'am, it's 41 seconds. I went.
So all right, again come back on the time scale. Okay, the point wise it's all good, and yes, there was no fumbling I can feel, and no repetition as well. So but yes, timing also we need to take care of that. Okay, anybody next here?
May I?
Yes, Tushar.
In the given lecture, the speaker talks about degree of adaptability, how animals from different regions can survive, and about their flexibility. He gives examples of rats and mice, about the transportation by man and the survival, and also talks about elephants. At the end, he concludes about the flexibility, what to action under certain circumstances.
All right, and timing is less for you, I guess. Okay, so your answer need to be 35-second plus. So better you can add few phrases as mentioned in front of you, so that it will add also length to the answer. So if you're just saying point to point things, it will won't cover your time. So adding these phrases, it will make you cover more time saying the same things only. So this is also one trick. Okay, anybody else, or should I say the keynotes here? Okay, so the keynotes, as you guys already said, but yeah, in a more better way, I'm just saying that what are the key informations in the lecture. The lecturer questions the idea that species also perfectly adapted to the climate and environment they inhabit, that they cannot be moved to another set of conditions and survive. The main argument is that species are more adaptable than we think. That's what you all actually giving me in the answer. Example of adaptability to show both plants and animals can survive a change of climate and environment. That's what actually was there in your answers. Maybe with different set of bird doesn't matter, but yes, that's what there. So it's more important that fumbling must not be there, no thinking sound, and timing should be maintained, that 35 seconds, right? All right, so that was the retail lecture. So the last set of the speaking is answer short question. So the answer short question, just let me stop this for a while. I think this is not having answer short question description and that. All right, no worries. All right, so the answer short question, guys, that is the one thing. That is the last item type. And as the name suggests, there will be a question asked to you in the speaking last item type, and you have to answer that question in one word, right? Majority of time, I mean, if there will be total 10 to 12 question in here. There will be routine question, journal life related question, like suppose what is the color of sky, right? Blue or red? So we know that it's blue, right? What is the which water body is bigger, ocean or river? So we know that it's ocean, right? So such question will be there, right? Journal knowledge related, but not that journal knowledge, journal life related question, right? But yes, what's more important here, that when the question finish, like if I say what is the color of sky, red, blue or pink, right? And after that there will be a beep sound when I have to say my answer. Instantly after that beep sound, like when the status change to recording, I have to say my answer, and my first word need to be the answer itself, right? Because they will be taking your first word as your answer. So always try to answer. I mean, if you feel like the option they are having an article with that, if it is there in the option, then you can say that. And otherwise, just miss any article and anything like that, just say your answer. In case of it's a vowel word like an elephant or something like that, so then in that case you can add an article. Otherwise you can or you can miss that, right? Till the time it's not given in the options itself. And yeah, one word. And remember that if you do not know the answer, some question instantly they don't come into our mind, like suppose the question is like the person writes about his or her own life, right? So maybe I'm person, I don't remember what it is called, what that particular book is called. So what I can do, I should not go blank, right? I should be saying a word from the question itself, right? Word from the question itself, like his own work. So I'll be writing own work, right? I'll be saying own work. So never go blank, never keep yourself mute, if even if you don't know answer. Why? Because this is also one question where you're getting partial credit in the listening, right? Listening and speaking, so both the skills are tested here, because you're listening to a question and then you are responding back. If your answer is going to be correct, you're getting mark in the speaking. But if you're saying something, ultimately your score will go to speaking, right? So it's important that you should be saying something even if you don't know the answer, and that something is going to be a word from the question itself quickly. And remember that the first word need to be answer. After the beep sound, within 1 second you are giving an answer. Otherwise you keeping yourself for 3 seconds mute, you won't be recorded for that question, right? So each question carry 1 mark. So 10 to 12 question, the total marking for this question type is, item type is 10 to 12, right? So I won't be saying names this time, right? I'll be just playing the question straight, and you guys, whosoever knows the answer, it's a sort of quiz round. So whosoever knows the answer can quickly answer the question, right? I won't be, counting saying names or counting time or something like that. So sort of quiz time. First question.
What stage is a 10-year-old child in?
Childhood.
Sorry?
Childhood.
No, listen again.
What stage is a 10-year-old child in?
Infant.
No.
Early teenage.
No. Okay, so 10-year child age, what stage is a 10-year-old child in? Adolescence. What stage?
Adolescence.
Yes. Okay, next question. Maybe I'm expecting more
What do
quick.
bees collect from flowers?
Couldn't hear.
Okay, I'm expecting more quick response, just like a quiz. How a quiz is. Whosoever knows the question, say it quickly firstly. Okay, I'm playing this again.
What do bees collect from flowers?
Honey.
Okay, so the bee actually collects pollen. So then they convert it to the honey or something like that in their own places when they make that webs, right? So pollen, P-O-L-L-E-N, the small particles lying inside of the flower, sort of seeds, small seeds. That's what we actually collect from the flower. Pollen. Okay, next one.
Skeleton is made of what kind of material?
Bone.
Yes, of course. Skeleton is made of bones. Okay, I guess it's Soumya who gave the right answer.
No, ma'am. Both of us gave it together.
Okay, count your marks for the right answers. Next.
How do you describe the money that citizens must contribute to the government for public use?
Taxes.
Taxes, yeah.
Yeah, better say tax. Next.
Can you find alligators in a swamp or a lake?
Swamp.
Lake.
Swamp. That's the right answer. And you see here in the question it says, can you find alligators in a swamp or a lake? So here in the option they have mentioned a swamp, a lake. So giving your answer will be a swamp or either a lake, right?
Okay.
So here the answer is a swamp.
What kind of thing can play the role of protection that orange and bananas all have?
Peel.
Peel.
Yes, who said peel first? 1 marks to her. Next.
Yeah.
What is the hardest part of your hand?
Bones.
Nail.
Nails. Hardest part of your hand is
Nails.
Nails.
It's not bones either, right? It's nails. Next.
How do you call the diagram which includes a horizontal line called x-axis and a vertical line called y-axis?
Graph.
Graph. Yeah.
That was the question we did as earlier as well. This is not the right answer. Again.
How do you call the diagram which includes a horizontal line called x-axis and a vertical line called y-axis?
Coordinate system.
But why not a graph? Why is it not a graph?
It's not a graph, it's a coordinate system, and kindly remember the answer. You can search it on the Google, Kimberly, and try to remember the answer. This is the question we did earlier as well. Okay, next is.
How do we call that animals in pans preserved in the rocks?
Fossils.
Fossils.
Yeah, Ashmita, 1 mark. Next, fossils.
Tomorrow's lecture is cancelled. If today is Tuesday, then on which day was the lecture cancelled?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Is it right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Tomorrow's lecture is cancelled. Today is Tuesday. Which day was the lecture? Wednesday.
Okay, I want everyone's contribution, right? Participation. Tomorrow's lecture is cancelled. Today is Tuesday. So on which day lecture is cancelled? Of course, that's Wednesday, the next day. Next one.
What kind of liquid do mammals feed their children?
Milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
Which one is more widespread, Korean, Thai, or Hindi?
Hindi.
Yes, that's right. 1 mark to you. Hindi. More widespread. Next.
What is the hard object in the center of peaches, apples, and pears?
Seed.
Stone.
Stones and pit. It's right answer. You can say stones. Oh, sorry. You can say stone. You can say pit. You can say core. C-O-R-E. Core. All right. Next.
What is the document you submit before you submit your assignment at university?
Declaration document. Declaration. Or
Proposal.
Proposal.
What is the document you submit before you submit your assignment at university? Proposal.
proposal.
Next.
What clothes are used to hike mountains and are used to keep dry?
Jacket.
Jacket.
Jacket or maybe outdoor jacket. Right. Next. Okay, other students kindly answer.
Oral English is different from academic English. Which is the best term to describe academic English? Tolerant or rigorous?
Rigorous.
I don't know.
No.
I don't get the question.
Question is already said.
No, I didn't.
Answer. Guess.
Rigorous.
No, the first one.
First one is tolerant. Tolerant or rigorous?
Tolerant.
Tolerant. Yes.
Anybody else? Priyanka, Soumya, Meenu, Tushar?
Tolerant.
All right. It says oral English is different from academic. Oral is verbally how we communicate. Academic, the formal way we write the English, right? Which is the best term to describe academic English, tolerant or rigorous? So you know that when it comes to the written English, it needs to be, it is more, more thoroughly checked, and it should be in proper format. The grammar, the tenses, everything need to be taken care, right? Strict rule and regulations set for the academic English. So it is more rigorous, right? Tolerant is oral English. When we guys communicate, sometimes we don't care about the grammar. We miss the grammatical, helping verbs itself. But it doesn't matter because that's a verbal English and it's a bit tolerant. But the academic, the written English, it's not tolerant. Academic, when it comes to academic, it sets have a set of rule, regulation, laws, and tense verb combination. So it is rigorous. All right, next one.
What is the process of teaching and learning called?
What is the process of teaching and learning called?
Study.
Education.
Near.
Education.
Education. So what is the process of teaching and learning? So study is only learning. Teaching and learning is education.
Education.
All right, next.
What do you call a person who is active, lively, and enjoys the company of others?
Extrovert.
Extrovert, exactly. The person active, lively, and enjoy the company of others. Next.
To cross over from one side of the wide river to another without using boat, what is usually required?
Bridge.
Bridge. Roadway.
Bridge.
Bridge. If we don't have a boat and we have to cross over from one side of the river to the another side, So if we don't have a boat, what will be required from us? Definitely we will be using a bridge. Next.
One who is recovering from illness.
Patient.
Patient.
No, the patient is the person who is suffering from illness. This is the repetitive question and I told you the answer many times. Convalescent. CONVALESCENT. Better write it, remember it.
How do you spell?
I just spelled it, Kimberly. Why don't you get in first go? It says CONVALESCENT.
Okay.
Okay, next is
Extreme fear from strangers.
extreme fear
Xenophobia.
of strangers.
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia.
Who gave
Yeah.
it first?
Asmita ma'am.
Okay, that's xenophobia. All right, very good. Next.
A place where birds are kept, aquarium or aviary.
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 Obviously, aquarium are for fishes, so then other is our option, aviary. Next.
Historians use evidence to conclude the past. Would a contemporary artist's painting of an ancient battle be an original source or secondary source?
Original source.
Original source.
This is already we discussed. Historian use evidence to conclude the past. Would a contemporary artist, painting of an ancient battle, contemporary artist painting of an ancient battle be an original source or secondary? How it can be the original source? That artist was not present at the time of the battle. He just used or maybe read it somewhere, maybe saw it by any historian's book or article or genre, and then he painted that by using his own imagination, right? So it's going to be secondary source. Remember this one, secondary source. Next is
A list of headings of the business to be transacted at a meeting.
Agenda.
Is it right, guys?
Yes,
A
it's
list of
agenda.
headings of the business to be transacted at a meeting. That means the things that we are going to do in the meeting, transacted in a meeting, at a meeting. That's the activities list sort of. And if it's prepared before a meeting, we called it agenda of the meeting. Then first we will be doing this and then discussion of that, then a PowerPoint presentation. So this is like agenda. Remember this one? List of heading of the business to be transacted at a meeting is called agenda. Next.
What does the letter C represent?
Alphabet.
Alphabet.
No, this is not right. What does the letter C represents for? It is not saying what, it's saying what it is. They're not saying it, what it represents for. C stands for copyright. So if this is going to be your question, so an image will be given to you on the screen, right? Some question they do have images, and that image will be having a C in a circle, and we know that what it is.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Yes, that's the sign of being something copyrighted. So if you're getting an image stating C in a circle on the screen and the question says, what does the letter C represents for? So we know that it's for, copyright. And same goes to if it's having T and R in a circle.
Trademark.
Trademark, right? It says trademark. So then we will be saying trademark as the answer. So maybe this is also, this can be your question as well, right? With images, they will be giving an image, and then out of the image, they'll be giving you a question. You have to look the image and answer the question, right? Next.
A nursery where children are cared for while their parents are at work.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Yes, kindergarten. All right, next. And it can be crèche, it can be infant, nursery. So these could be the possible option. Next.
On what geographical location would someone be living if their country is surrounded by water on all sides?
Island.
Island.
Sorry.
A nursery where
Sorry. Yes, an island. So this is actually, you know that this word is an vowel, and I told you when it is something with the an, A-E-I-O-U, so you can use vowel at that moment when it is a vowel word, like using an with that, right? So an island. Next.
if a button has come off a shirt, what would someone most likely use to put it back on?
Needle and thread.
Yes, needle and thread. If a button has come off a shirt, what would someone most likely use to put it back on? So how a button can
Needle and thread.
shirt with needle and thread. Okay, last question.
Do scapegoats escape or undertake the crime?
Escape what? Undertake the crime. Sorry.
Okay, what is the answer?
Undertake the crime.
No.
Sorry, didn't get the question. It was...
Okay, playing again.
Do scapegoats escape or undertake the crime?
Undertake the crime.
Undertake the crime.
What is your opinion, other people? Scapegoats.
Should the answer be no?
No. Answer couldn't be no. There are options in that. Do scapegoats escape the crime or undertake? So it says escape or undertake as the option. Do scapegoats escape or undertake the crime? So basically, scapegoats, they undertake the crime, right? They don't escape the crime, they undertake the crime. So that is like one who didn't did it and he just got caught for the crime, something like that. So that's who we called a scapegoat. So it is like undertake. To scapegoat, escape or undertake the crime, undertake. Next. Okay, now this is going to be last.
The property which a new wife brings to her husband.
Dowry.
Yes, the property which a new wife brings to her husband is called dowry, right?
Dowry.
That's right. Okay, that's all. And this is the end of the speaking item types, as including the last week ones, the read aloud, the describe image that we practiced in the last week. And this week we practiced all the remaining one, repeat sentence, and these are, read a lecture and answer short questions. So that's all for the speaking. And guys, remember that for speaking, there is only one master key, that is your fluency, right? Sometime, yes, we do mess up the pronunciation, I understand. Sometimes we miss on the content, being the keynotes, when we have to actually take the keynotes from the things or the words exactly from the sentence. There are many times we can, miss that one. But yes, provided that if still you can maintain your fluency, so you can still achieve your target score. So that is the master key. Remember that, the golden rule, that you are not repeating, correcting, taking unnecessary pause here in the speaking section, speaking module entirely from the item number 1 to the item number last. So all the 5 items need to be really fluent and flowing, and that's how you can achieve your score. Definitely, meanwhile you keep working on the pronunciation. If you mess on few words, definitely take care that I'll must take more and more content out of the lecture, right? And you will see, you will be receiving the highest score in the speaking as compared to any other module of the PTE, right? All right, so that's all for today, class. And yes.
If for the last section, short answer questions, if there are 2 options given in the question, if we do not know the answer, can we repeat 2 options?
No, don't repeat 2 options, just repeat whatever you feel could be the right one, because your first word will be taken as the answer.
Okay.
The first noun you will be speaking, or the adjective, at whatever, depending on the question category. So that will be taken as your answer. Even if you speak after that 4 or 5 words, doesn't matter,
Okay.
right? So whatever you're speaking first, that's what matter here. And 1 mark for every question, so 10-12 marks is the potential here. Definitely score imparts to the listening. So just say something, even if you don't know answer, just quickly do a guesswork, because obviously that's going to really quick session, this one. When you listen a question, after that it says recording, you're saying that answer quickly, otherwise mic will off, right?
Okay.
So you don't have much time to think. So option givens, questions are easy. Not given, what is the best thing? Keep practicing with different sort of question, right? Okay, so that's the end of the session today. It's 12. Okay, definitely I'll be taking picture. I'm just keep taking picture, and when I'll be sitting and I'll be taking all the numbers into the group. All right. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow now with the writing module. We will be discussing that with the types of the essay and the few essays. We will be doing that as well. Okay, so I'm ending this session today. Hope to see you tomorrow all, and have a good day ahead, right? Should I end this one?
Thank you, ma'am. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Welcome,
Bye-bye.
guys. Welcome. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay safe. Stay home. Yeah, bye-bye.